Hi Cancers, welcome to Tarot and Heal. Welcome to the place where we tarot and heal our way to self-love and unity consciousness. I hope all is well. Welcome to your April reading. Alright, let's get started. I come to you and be God, thanking you for your divine guidance, providing messages of divine light, divine love, in accordance with your divine will. What is it that the Cancer Collective needs to know? Thank you. We have forgive and forget and become a clear channel coming out. When I was shuffling that, the cards, the Three of Swords came out. That energy of pain and heartbreak. All right. It seems like someone's resentment is clouding their intuitive guidance. So there's a need to be mindful of that. All right. Someone might be looking at the world through the lens of pain right now. All right. So someone could say something to them and someone might be on extra defensive mode and misinterpret what someone is saying and taking offense unnecessarily. Just stuff like that. Gemini had this energy too. What's going on? These cards are just flipping out like crazy. I'm putting these back. There's so many cards. What's going on for April? But the Five of Pentacles did come out. It's like some resentment about the loss, okay? It feels like a loss, and then the energy of like, okay, now what? Now what? What happens next is you co-create, you plant the seeds for the next chapter, all right? We have the Nine of Swords coming through along with that Three of Pentacles. I feel like whatever the next seed is, the next frontier is, it's already in the works. And you just have to cooperate with spirit on this. Cooperate with, go with the flow of whatever you see is happening, all right? No overthinking with the Nine of Swords. I feel like this is this feels like a clean slate energy, where it's like, okay, finally you have the time to think for yourself or by yourself, and really plant the seeds that you need to plant here. That's what I'm feeling. Because of some type of ending with the Death card coming through. Justice card coming out in reverse. This feels like a breaking up energy. It does. It doesn't have to be romantic, right? But it's some type of ending that happens where you can finally just sit and think. Probably go into hermit mode and figure out what you actually want. There we go. What actually makes you happy. It's time to actually reflect on that. I feel like you kind of already know, and the things that are in alignment with your actual soul's purpose is already happening. I feel like it might have been past energy that was getting in the way. Okay, that was stopping you from actually, going with the flow here. But whatever that is, it's probably about to be put to an end. We do have the Fool card coming out. Wow, we have the Sun, the Fool, and the Star card. This is amazing energy here. Very exciting energy. It just feels like a relief, okay? Even if it's coming from an ending, it feels like a relief. Like that energy of like, I can finally breathe, no kids today. Whatever the case is. I can kick my feet up, or I can do the things I actually love to do. Woo. Excuse me, sorry. So the Knight of Pentacles yeah, I just feel like it's a freedom. It's a new sense of freedom coming through. All right. Where it's like, okay, I can finally just build on what I want to build on without like any ties with the devil card coming out in reverse. It's like I don't have to do things because I'm forced to, or whatever the case is. That's what I'm feeling. And Ten of Swords coming out here. Oh, Ten of Pentacles. Oops. Okay, Ten of Pentacles. This is beautiful energy. I mean, I feel like somebody's walking into abundant energy that they're building for themselves. I don't feel like this has to do with anyone else, really. This is awesome energy. Well, let's look more into that Death card really quickly, though. Let's see. I mean, that ending is going to be different for everyone, right? See, someone's going to get major clarity about what was holding them back. See, yeah. It's like finally just kicking off dead weight, or I don't know, it's just some type of, it's some type of baggage, some either a toxic tie, a toxic relationship, a thought pattern. Someone is liberated though and free to do what they please, and they're doing it. Maybe this is like a vacation, you know? All right, what's the blockage? If there's some type of ending happens, or some type of pause or vacation, or whatever the case is, whatever this is that happens, utilize that time to take a closer look at what actually makes you happy. That's going to be the purpose of that break, all right? However this ending comes through, the reason why it's happening is so that you can rethink and reassess what actually makes you happy, and you actually have time to plant the seeds to do it. So use that time wisely, all right? It's a chance to like a do-over, not a do-over, a course correction. That's cool. All right. What's a blockage? Empress mode. Empress with the High Priestess. Okay, so, all right, so I was just going to say this because my eyes were drawn to this while I was shuffling just now. Become a clear channel. Now, in this time, whatever this break is for you, use this time to become clear, strengthen your intuition, quiet your mind. If you like to garden, whatever it is, I feel like this is really a time for like doing things that you literally only doing the things that you enjoy. Now, this could be easier said than done, right? Now, let's say this is a break when it comes to like a job or something. It might be kind of hard for you to do that, right? But at least take like 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, maybe a half an hour out of the day, all right? And make sure you're doing something that you absolutely enjoy doing. Is something to that. There's importance in that. I feel like it's going to be a vehicle for this. If you garden or something, then do that, you know. All right. I feel like instructions are going to come through. Distractions are about to get cleared out so you can get the instructions as to how to step into Empress mode. All right. What are they feeling to say? This is nice. It depends on how you use this energy though, right? So this is just an opportunity. So speaking of, here we are with the Ace of Swords. You're going to have to look at it as such. You're going to have to look at it as an opportunity and not as a loss, okay? It's interesting. Why is this Ace of Swords here? It's during this time, okay. All right. It's a mindset that you have to get out of, right? With the Eight of Swords here. It's a mindset that you have to grow out of, right? It's a blind spot. That's what it feels like. It feels like it's a blind spot. You've been so distracted with other things, not to the fault of your own. It's just how things have been playing out. You might have been entertaining things that you felt were worthy and they're not. But with the Book of Secrets, I feel like that's going to become very clear. You're just going to get some insight. But at least to this lucky energy here, it's an epiphany. It's a revelation that's going to shift your mindset. And it's going to cause a domino effect that leads to an upgrade. So whatever this... this blind spot is in your mentality right now that has you trapped in whatever specific cycle you're in, you're going to get out of that. You're going to grow out of it. And then move on to this abundance. That's going to be different, however that plays out. So, for example, like you might have been trapped in a cycle of love. You might have had a certain idea about love and it was your blind spot, okay? You might have felt like, oh, if this person does A, B, and C, that means that is love. And then you might grow out of that and now it leads to a higher quality of love, all right? It's like that. But it comes out of being pushed into hermit mode. So it might cause like a separation or a rift or something. You might get into an argument and stop talking to this person for a little bit. And then you go into reflection mode and you get this download that shows you the holes in your thinking that kept you in this. Okay, that's why becoming a clear channel whenever this happens. See, it can happen so many different ways. All right, what are they feeling to see? Hey, sorry. Nine of Swords, Four of Cups, Five of Wands. Oh, it's overthinking. Double thinking, second guessing is what I was trying to say. All of second guessing yourself. See, it's this energy of this. See, it's a distraction. It's somebody or something. It was distracting you from getting out of this cycle. like I said, you was putting energy into other things, and it was just like stopping you from becoming a clear channel. So maybe you're spending a lot of time with a person and it was taken away from your time meditating or whatever the case is, doing whatever it is that makes you grounded. So an argument might come about to make you guys, and this could be a friend, an argument might come about that makes you guys stop talking for a bit, and now having them at a distance, and now you can think clearer. But then it leads to this choice here. Wow, this is interesting. It leads to a choice if you want to invite this distraction back into your life or not. This is interesting. All right, what's the advice? Ten of Swords. It's an opportunity to close out a cycle. Ten of Swords or Ten of Pentacles, what you going for? Are you going to continue that cycle, or are you going to go for a more solid foundation? It does seem like if this is an argument with, like, let's say a friend or somebody, whatever, a relationship, whatever, and you guys take time out, it does seem like that energy of feeling regret, feeling like, oh man, I missed out, or this opportunity is gone, I have to toss it away. That might tempt you to bring them back in or something. Yeah, but and not saying you don't bring them back in. If you bring them back in with more boundaries. I feel like after you become this clear channel, you need to know how this person moves in your life and how much of a distraction they can be, and make sure if you do bring them back in, make sure they're not serving this purpose anymore. If that makes sense. Interesting. I hope that made sense. It's like, I can't play in a sandbox with you anymore. I gotta do other things. We can still be cool, but I can't move with you in the way we moved before. It was too much of a distraction for me doing what I need to do for me. I don't think it's malicious, you know. I don't think it had malicious intent. I mean, we do have the fox energy there. For some people, it could be. It doesn't feel, it just feels like the connection, codependency. That's what this is. There was a situation that was codependent. It was based on codependency, it seems. All right. Both parties were codependent on each other, right? So you can't really, but it was like a bit of a spiral. It was a slippery slope downwards until next thing you know, it's like, okay, I'm totally distracted. I'm totally wrapped up in this world and not focusing on me, you know? Yeah, all right. So whatever that thing is that's stopping you from focusing and doing you, it's time to take a second look at that. If it's social media, if you're on social media too much, if you're talking to a person way too much, whatever the case is, you can figure that out. It's different for everyone. All right. What did the romance angels have to say? You're getting to know each other. Whoever this person is, oh my gosh, here. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have pay attention to the red flags, all right? There's some type of codependency here. But whatever the situation is, there is a tie, there is a bond here. And this is why you feel like, you feel drawn to it to the point of being codependent, like you need it, right? But it doesn't mean that you have to give it all your energy. You have known each other before, right? Whatever this situation is, like, unrequited love, and we have forgiving and learning. I feel like this is a lesson for both of you guys. Both of you guys have to learn this lesson on codependency. So we have getting to know each other and let your friends help you. I look at this as spirit team helping you out. That intuitive guidance, that clear channel, okay? Allow for the intuitive guidance to come in. But yeah, with the getting to know each other, I feel like there's a need to like slow it down a little bit. So you can pay attention to these red flags here, or whatever the case is. All right, let's see what the animal spirit is. Look at that. Reclaim your power. Yes. Some of you guys are giving too much power, too much energy to this situation, and it didn't deserve, not saying it didn't deserve all that. It does seem like it might be a strong connection with the past life relationship card coming out. It might feel like a spiritual connection, a very strong tie. But it doesn't matter, like strong or not. Like if it's codependent and it's not healthy, then, you know, you got to work, you know, you got to reclaim your power. You got to take your power back from this situation. It does seem like the situation was taking too much of a priority in your life, and it might have been taking away from other aspects of your life, unknowingly or maybe knowingly. Because you're hanging out with them all night, now you're late for work in the morning. You know, stuff like that. Like I feel like they had more of a priority. Too much of a priority, an unhealthy level. That's why I made it codependent. All right. Start for spirit. Be open to infinite possibilities here. There's a need to be flexible in how you treat the situation. I feel like that energy is coming out with the getting to know each other. It does seem like there's a bond where it's like, okay, I need to know more. I want to know more, or I want to experience more of this. But in order to experience this connection in the healthiest way, there's a need to be more flexible. Like it doesn't have to be, if your initial way of experiencing it is codependent, then you gotta try different ways of experiencing this connection. It doesn't have to be like, oh, we're all in codependent or we're not talking at all. It's like, okay, how can we work this out? How can we be healthier in this connection here? Okay. I feel like this is being open to the new ways of experiencing this connection. All right. With healthy boundaries. All right. All right. Wow. Okay. Let me know what you think. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment. Add me on IG. That's Taryn Hill. If you want a personal reading, check out the info box below. If you want to be an angel donor, check out the Patreon link below. Thank you so much. Until we meet again, peace.